On this fine day, brothers and sisters, we have been given a second chance. Let us not squander it with our assault on one another, shooting, killing, violence, stealing, and lying.
That airship's going, but if you want to stay and dance, we can.
Let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go right now.
Welcome back, guys. So this is my first time playing BIOSHOCK Infinite. I played 1 and 2 and uploaded them to another channel. But if you guys want me to like upload it here so you can see like the complete series, I can do that too. I also have some Diablo 4 content coming out soon, but I ran into a bug, so I had to uninstall, reinstall it, and we'll see what happens from there. Hopefully it works. But I do have some build guides and some, I guess, Easter eggs. Oh, and Shifu, Dead Space, and the remake are still on the list. I do plan on playing those. I haven't uploaded. I'm probably going to do Borderlands 3. I don't know if I should do 1 and 2 before that. You guys let me know in the comments if I should or not, because I'll play the whole series if you guys want. So out of all the BioShocks, Infinite has the weirdest intro. You start off on this boat with these two people talking. They're literally talking about you while you're there. And they're having this discussion about an experiment and how you don't row. I row. I row hard as f. And on the way there, you find out you're going to a lighthouse. They hand you a box, and I guess this has your mission or the equipment you need for it. There's some hints in there, how to get into the lighthouse, a gun, which you'll find out isn't very useful at all. Alright, so from what I understand, I'm in debt with some shady fellas. In order to clear this debt, I have to bring this girl from wherever I'm heading back to New York. And if you ever had any business with shady fellas, they're not just going to squash your debt like this. They're going to try to milk you for as much money as possible. So our number one priority is not this girl. It is definitely find as much money as possible so we don't end up like this guy. As you head further up into the lighthouse, you notice there's a whole bunch of religious text and phrases. That was my first clue, and I should have known better after seeing all this. When you get to the top of the lighthouse, there's a door where you have to put a passcode in. Good thing we're prepared, and in our box we already had the code to input. After you input the code, the sky and the lighthouse start communicating through rave lights. I don't really know what's going on, but after the lighthouse and the clouds are done with their little chit chat, the door opens and you're greeted by a chair. Looks like it's straight out of 50 Shades of Grey. You see, I'm not one to shy away from a good time, so I walk up and I take a seat.
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The bindings are there as a safeguard.
Wait a minute. Is Booker DeWitt an owl? Is this the experiment the two on the boat were talking about? So if you missed that real quick, we sit into the chair. As you can see, we get locked in, facing forward. And all of a sudden, now we're doing a 360 no-scope MLG 420 montage. You guys think you're slick, huh? I caught that. Anyway, that's enough of my conspiracy. You guys remember not even 3 minutes ago when we talked about that gun in the box? Yeah, this is the gun now. Really came in handy. Got a lot of use out of that one.
Ascension in the count of 5. Count of 4. 3, 2, 1. Ascension. Ascension. 5,000 feet. 10,000 feet. 15,000 feet. Hallelujah.
After playing this for the first time, I'm just astonished by how beautiful this game still is after 10 years, and it gets even better. So the first part, this right here, took my breath away. I was like, wow. And you also notice the religious imagery everywhere as well. And then your first steps outside. Wait a second, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get through this intro part, because this had me dying. Brothers and sisters, why would he send his savior unto us if we will not raise a finger for our own salvation? And though we deserve not his mercy, he has led us to this new Eden, a last chance for redemption. On this fine day, brothers and sisters, we have been given a second chance. Let us not squander it with our assault on one another, shooting, killing, violence, stealing, and lying. At this point, the game still hasn't told me anything. But going off the context clues, it looks like we're going to be fighting some religious zealots or fanatics. And that's just the vibe I'm getting off. It looks like we stop in a church or some sort. As I said, goal number 1, get this money. Goal number 2, get this girl. Goal number 3, get out alive. The goal right now is to find a way into the city, but I keep getting distracted by all the imagery and the talk of this prophet. They're always talking about this prophet that's leading his people or saved his people, and I don't know who this is pertaining to or anything, but there's only one prophet I really care about. You know what I mean, my boy. Rule number 1. Just from walking around for a little bit, I see offerings everywhere, and what my pappy always said, if you're offering, I'm willing. So all this change is going right in my pocket.
Excuse me, where am I?
Heaven, friend. Or as close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
Wait, what did he mean by that? Heaven? Am I dead? What's really going on in this game? There's been a lot of weird, subtle hints to something, like an underlying story going on here.
And every year, on this day of days, we recommit ourselves to our city and to our prophet, Father Comstock. We recommit through sacrifice and the giving of thanks, and by submerging ourselves in the sweet waters of baptism. And lo, if the prophet had struck down our enemies at wounded knee, and not railed against the Sodom beneath us, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just railed against the Sodom beneath us, but not accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders, and not prayed for our deliverance, it
All right, number 1, someone has to teach this man how to do a sermon. He's just repeating the same thing over and over again and getting louder every time. I had enough of this. I'm gonna show this man how to really do a sermon. Excuse me.
Is it someone new? Someone from the Sodom below? Newly come to Columbia.
Just by looking around for a second, it looks like there's a lot of inbreeding going on here.
I just need passage.
Ugh, motherfucker, step back.
Brother, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of baptism.
So I'll just fast forward here. I spent like 10 minutes waiting to see if I could get around being baptized. You can't. You have to get baptized. In my gut, I knew I shouldn't have trusted this blind motherfucker. Whatever it is, I shouldn't have trusted this man.
In the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and the name
Because the first dunk was fine. And when I came out the water, he was like, "You're still dirty."
No, brothers and sisters, but this one doesn't look clean to me.
And then he drowns me. This man proceeds to drown me while the congregation watch and no one attempts to help me. I don't know how you guys do business around here, but I don't like that shit, period.
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one. I need to find a landmark and figure out where the hell I am.
Fuck all you, man. I'm not thirsty anymore, but I am hungry. So we get back to the grind, stealing whatever we can, bananas, sodas, hot dogs, and trash cans, and then we actually get to the city. The city is gorgeous, but I'm starting to like realize some weird things going on here. Like, whose kids are these? They're fully clothed, playing with the water outside from the fire hydrant? Bro, feels like I'm back in New York or something. Speaking of New York, you do see a lot of brown out there. I'm not seeing any out here. Look, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. I was just digesting everything I was taking in while I was waiting for this bridge to come back up. I don't really care about this parade or float or whatever's going on. They are having some kind of celebration, but that don't bother me. I got work to do. I came here for business. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. Cue the stealing montage. Get rich or die trying, am I right? Wait, hold on. Damn, girl, you kind of cute. What's up?
Maybe next time.
You'd look dashing with one in your lapel. come back if you change your mind.
Hey, this is not my first time talking to women, but was she hitting on me? Did she want me to come back?
Yeah, that's where they said I'd find her.
So it looks like we're getting pretty close. Oh shit! Whose big-headed ass kid is this? I mean, he's probably working, huh? Get your money, son. I know we didn't have a full conversation, but I'm still thinking about her and how I should approach. So I saw a homie over here spitting game. I decided to step back, watch, take some notes. Must be my lucky day. Peanuts, popcorn, soda. Hey, bro, you gonna finish that? Let me hold that for you real quick. Stingy ass. Hey, what about you, little kid? You're not even eating it. Share it. Oh, see, they mad too. That's why they're not playing with your dumb ass. Ooh, what's this? All right. Checking the fit. All right. I see you, bro. Hey, that's crazy. How you doing that? You really are Satan.
Would you believe me?
Yep.
If I told you a man could hoist a 1-ton stallion straight into the air, would you believe me?
Yes, sir.
Well, friends, I am here today to tell. Those are no flights of fancy. Those are no tall tales told behind the pool hall. No, sir. No, ma'am. Those are bigger.
Wait a minute. What did you just say? All right. I think we had enough fun over here. It's getting a little dicey. Not my type of fun, if you know what I mean. Ooh, a glizzy. So I try out this carnival game. I'm supposed to protect the mother and the child. I really don't care about that. He did say if I win, I do get money. So this one's for the bank account. If they're doing carnival games for real money, I'm in. So I'm gonna be honest with you. The first time I did this, sensitivity was a little bit off. So I readjusted. This is the second go around. And we cleaned house, my boy. I fell in love with this weapon. After doing this little carnival fair game, whatever, this was my favorite weapon in the whole game. The carbine? I think it's called the carbine. Our relationship just got better ever since. So far our day has been filled with women, guns, money. Only thing we're missing is drugs. And I thought this little robot here was gonna get me my fix, but that was not the case. Till I found this little sweet thing. She gave me this potion or whatever, and this had me buzzing. And side note. Since this is possession, do you get possessed here? Is there any theories on this? If there is, please send them my way. I'm deeply interested. I don't know if you're just possessed the whole game. Anyways, whew, that was a trip and a half. After a roller coaster like that, I needed to take a seat. So I was looking for the exit. Before I left, I got stopped by these two fools, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They asked me, heads or tails? I didn't want to play the game. I just want to have a seat, bro. So I just flip it and I say heads.
Heads.
I get it right. And I was like, okay. When I really pay attention to the board, no one's got tails. And then he has a board on his back. No one's ever got tails. What kind of whatever? I don't care. I just need some water and some gum and some glizzies.
What the?
If the land is lonely too, I should.
Why she look like Michael? I'm sorry, Michael alone. I'm sorry. We end up stumbling into the raffle, which we're warned not to participate in and take the number 77 or whatever. So that's exactly what we do. We pull 77 and then we get ready for our prize.
77. That's a lucky number. I'll be rooting for you.
Wait till after my prize, baby.
The bowl! Is that not the prettiest young white girl?
Why did he say it like that? I'll be honest with you, that's red flag number 2 for me.
Right then, the winner is number 77!
Oh, what do you know?
Over here, he's the winner.
Number 77, come and claim your prize!
Ooh, I wonder what I won. Wait. Hey, yo, wait a minute. What the f is going on here? What game am I playing? Please.
Please, what are you doing? Come on. Are you gonna throw it? Or are you taking your coffee black these days?
Yo, what the fuck? I'm gonna have to step away. I'm gonna have to step away, bro.
It's him!
Now, where'd you get that brand, boy? Don't you know that makes you the backstabbing snake in the grass false shepherd?
And we ain't letting no false shepherd into our flock. Show them what we got planned, boys!